guys, welcome back to my channel. If you've not done it already, please click the subscribe button and follow me across all my social media platforms. Links are in the description box below. Jumbo Mubarak to all my Muslim brothers out there as well. This is the day before the AJ versus Lennox Lewis, AJ versus Alexander Usyk fight. And Motivated came up with another banger of video, which is the rivalry between AJ and Lennox. To my understanding, this has been going on for so long. So it'll be great to understand how it all started. Also, completely forgot, like this video. Also, subscribe to my channel if you've not done it already. Okay, we're trying to get to 1K by the end of the year. It's looking like an uphill battle, but we can do it, guys. Yeah, yes we can. Yeah, shout out Obama. For those of you guys in the US who don't like Obama, you know, shout out whoever you like. Anyway, let's get cracking.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he'll come over here quite now. I think he's too happy in England being protected.
Fight fans, welcome back.
Oh, he's running. He's doing this. Fuck off, mate.
When the legendary Lennox Lewis retired, British boxing lost a standard bearer, and a void appeared across the heavyweight division.
The man to become Britain's first world heavyweight champion since Bob Fitzsimmons in 1897.
As a young Olympic gold medalist with a chiseled physique, Anthony Joshua seemed the perfect fit to fill Lewis's superstar role.
Joins a legion of magnificent fighters from down the years.
But the former king was unconvinced.
You know, he's got plenty of time. He's still young.
Forged in an era when the best fought the best, Lewis scrutinized Joshua's career choices and picked against him.
Lennox is a clown. I don't respect Lennox.
A cold reality check or legacy-preserving bitterness?
Float like a butterfly, he stings like a wasp, not a bee.
We take a look at the implicit rivalry between two British boxing icons, Anthony Joshua and Lennox Lewis. Welcome to a Motivedia presentation.
As I say, you poke me, sooner or later you're going to hear what I have to say about it.
Because on Saturday night, these two gentlemen will face each other for the greatest title in sports, the heavyweight championship of the world.
With some accusing Anthony Joshua of being a manufactured persona, content with the comforts of home soil, promoter Eddie Hearn took his prized asset across the water to conquer the American market.
This is another fight where the country here will stop, the world will stop to watch this, and it's going to go down in history just like those other two.
In the summer of 2019, as his best laid plans were torn apart by unheralded Andy Ruiz Jr., Joshua received another verbal assault from Lewis, and a social media spar ensued.
Anthony Joshua made it easy for Andy Ruiz because he wasn't fully there. I think if they don't fix what's wrong with Anthony Joshua, Andrew Ruiz wins that fight hands down.
Having built a staunch following off his family-friendly personality, Joshua's patience had been tested, and he fired back at the former undisputed ruler.
Anthony Joshua's thought, you know what, I've had enough, he's fired back. This is two men having an opinion on each other. Why is the big deal?
I'm giving a young man advice when I need it.
Felt like he was almost in a way
yeah, I did feel like that. Yeah.
picking on you.
Yeah, I did feel like that.
Lennox is a clown. I don't respect Lennox.
Creating legacy though.
So am I. My legacy is to sit back and enjoy the younger generation coming up. Lennox isn't like that. Me and Lennox are cut from a different cloth.
People always kind of talk. Then as soon as I say something, it's like, boom, it explodes.
Joshua, unsure as to why his compatriot would drop so-called harsh truths, remained classy as always and swiftly retreated from the social battleground.
He said a couple of things the other day, but nobody asked him, well, why did he say it? What was the reason? He didn't really give a good account.
Though the touch paper had been lit, and inevitable comparisons between the two British bangers gathered momentum.
He was very clever, he was very smart. He could double up on his jab. He would have beaten today's Anthony Joshua. There's no disrespect to Anthony Joshua.
Lennox Lewis all day. They don't make heavyweights like that no more.
Opening the question as to whether Joshua was, at this stage, on the same level as Lewis in his heyday.
Now look at people like Lennox Lewis's comments. Who Lennox Lewis fought after 22 fights? I think his 21st fight, his 22nd fight was Razor Ruddock for the Commonwealth title. It's about as good as it got.
having previously predicted that Klitschko would beat Joshua in their 2017 clash, and later scrutinizing Hearn in his charge for not chasing the Wilder fight.
Because I don't see what he learns by going out there and knocking people out.
Deliberately or not, Lennox had forcibly taken aim at his supposedly protected UK counterpart.
Rematch. Anthony Joshua can wait. He doesn't want any of those guys. He's too happy in England being protected and boxing in front of the British crowd.
Protect Lennox, man. Lennox. Also, this is a bit lagging. Apologies, I don't know what's going on. As soon as I click play button, it starts mashing up, yeah. But I don't know what to do, so keep it moving, yeah. Big up.
As he approaches 32, Joshua holds a 24-1 slate with 22 knockouts, whereas just before his 32nd birthday, Lewis dealt with the tangling tentacles of Henry Akinwande to go 31-1 with 27 early finishes.
This is a last chance for Akinwande. If he holds on again, Mills Lane will find a second successive disqualification on his record. Akinwande has been disqualified. Mills Lane has done it again.
3 years earlier, Lennox was stunned in front of his home crowd by the unfancied Oliver McCall.
Oh, Lewis walked into a right hand, and that was the sucker punch that they worried about.
Much like Joshua after his shocking loss to Ruiz, Lewis returned in style.
There's a lot of it. Fortune is caught here in terrible trouble, and it stopped. Oh, it stopped.
No, he actually caught me in the first round with a good shot, and that kind of woke me up. So I started.
AJ is a very smart guy, because those similar tactics is how you beat Kubrat Pulev. What's that? I swear that's how AJ beat Kubrat Pulev. AJ's been studying the game. You've been studying the game.
Dialing my punches.
The old saying is the right hand can take you around the block, but a good jab will take you around the world. And that secured another world championship belt.
With little between Lewis and Joshua in terms of size dimensions, the jab and uppercut are common punches in the arsenal of these ferocious finishers. As is the nature of boxing's big men, their respective weights steadily rose and fluctuated in line with opposition and necessity.
Hey, Lennox Lewis's weight, by the way, is interesting. 17 stone 8, a lot more than he used to weigh in the days of his Razor Ruddock win.
People don't think that heavyweights have to make weight, but me, I make sure that I have to make a certain weight. It keeps me disciplined.
Both warriors have had their chins questioned.
Joshua is down now!
Yet in truth, both have soaked up hellacious bombs from huge hitters.
He's caught by a left hand, and he might well have gone down but for the ropes. What a turner up here! Another left hand.
Working behind the scenes, under the intense scrutiny of his experienced team, Joshua is an ever-improving, imposing specimen who has shown resilience and tactical adaptability since his 2013 debut.
Quite as many as he had by this stage in the garden. By Joshua in a lack of head movement from...
At times, he has battled back from adversity, such as in the Vladimir Klitschko fight.
Anthony Joshua is now going for it, and Klitschko's got to hold on.
But had it been Lewis in the ring that night, landing those powerful right hands as AJ teetered on the brink, the ending would likely have been much different.
How do you think history will look back at your story, as a fighter in the years to come? How do you think Lennox Lewis is going to be remembered?
A good athlete, good gentleman, you tell me.
Trained for so long by the masterful Emmanuel Stewart, Lewis was a quality ring technician who dominated off the jab, knew when to hold, and knew when to finish off an opponent.
There's the cautious Lennox Lewis who went in and fought a self-protective fight. And then there's the attacking Lennox Lewis who went in and blew people like Galata and Grant and Rockman in the second fight away.
Lewis and Joshua may carry question marks over their punch resistance.
It's all mad, yeah. Big up Lennox.
And supposed vulnerability, but never their heart.
And certainly, this will increase his popularity in America, where fans like punchers.
Still as mentally adaptable as in his prime ring years, while Lewis considers Tyson Fury to be Britain's #1 heavyweight, his view of Joshua has gradually mellowed. Reluctant to write the current unified champion off so soon, as AJ's style has changed, so has Lewis's tone.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to these challenges because at least I find out who I am as a fighter.
Who do you think wants it the
Who do I think wants it the most?
The most, yeah.
I think Tyson Fury wants it the most.
In a new trend, fueled by influencers and old legends who refuse to admit their days are over,
WBC World Champions is a draw.
a proposed return to the ring for the former king should be attributed to the rise of novelty boxing.
Fight Lennox Lewis.
Lennox Lewis? Yo, I can't wait to see that. When's it gonna
happen? Nothing pushing me in the ring right now, so it's not, you know, people would love to see that fight, but I don't know.
With limited recent exchanges, the sometimes frosty relationship between Lewis and Joshua simmers in an undeclared truce.
Like me, I've done, you know, I'm retired. I'm the last undisputed, and you know, I don't have no problem.
But if AJ puts pen to paper against his biggest rivals, then any bubbles of animosity may quickly resurface.
Whoever's got the belt, I'd love to compete with them. If that is Tyson Fury, let it be Tyson Fury.
Their paths to the top have been different, and comparisons remain premature. One man has already secured his legacy as a Hall of Fame resident and all-time legend.
It's over.
For the other, the biggest names now lie in wait.
In time, I will say, I tell you what, you judge for yourself.
Anthony Joshua's critical years are upon him as he looks to silence the ghost of a historical rival and write his own name into the book of the greats.
Those guys have paved the way for us to do it better, and that's what I was saying up there. What's my dream as a boxer is to sit back when I'm done and watch the next heavyweights break records and do it better than we do.
We got AJ, man.
You are.
Yeah, big up AJ and his accomplishments. For me, you see, with AJ Lennox, I would really hope that they get along, and like it's one of them ones that if AJ doesn't get along with Lennox Lewis, it could hinder his career. Lennox could teach him so much, but at the same time, I also believe that Lennox has to show some level of loyalty towards AJ. I think him siding with Deontay Wilder often and Tyson Fury often and saying AJ ducked this and AJ ducked that is not helpful. So I do hope that relationship do get better. And most part, I couldn't really care less. But with these two, it could benefit each other. You know, particularly with AJ's scenario. AJ watches tapes a lot, so you know, it doesn't make a difference. But hopefully their relationship becomes wholesome again. But big up AJ. Hopefully he wins tomorrow. Inshallah he wins tomorrow. Against Alexander Usyk, formidable opponent. Best of luck to AJ. I'll be there as well, so hopefully we receive the best of AJ. And listen, he can do it, and big him up. But thank you very much for watching this video, guys. If you haven't done already, please click the subscribe button. Peace, love and prosperity, guys. I'm gonna catch you guys in a bit. Peace.